Okay, guys, next video, and this is going to be really, really cool. So I'm going to teach you here about the production and the conversion of hormones. Okay. Now, I also want to give you like a tool which is to me a game changer. Now, I'm going to give it to you for free. I don't know if it continue to be free. Okay, because again, uh, sooner or later they will catch the trick that I'm about to teach you. Okay, but at the moment it still works. Now, what should you do if it stopped working? Well, pay for it. It's $15 a month, and it's very, very, very much the coolest thing that you can think of when it comes to medical research. Okay, now remember, practice as a therapist is not about writing essays. Pay attention to what works. So you don't need to have all of the answers. I'm going to give you the tools. I'm going to explain things that are practical, but then you have to use them for your clients. Again, what I'm doing with this course here is also to give you the mindset of a great therapist, not just the tools, but the mindset. Now, speaking of which, so essentially, this program here costs $15 or £15. I don't really remember, a month. If the trick that I'm about to teach you will not work. If it's not going to work, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you about that. But if it's going to work, this is the way. So at the moment of my recording, which is June 10th or June 11th, it works. At least it works where I am in Italy. I don't know if it's going to work where you are in the world, but at the moment it works. If you can't, like, it's $15 or £15 a month, it's very much worth it. Skip 3 coffees a month and pay for it. Okay. In a moment, I'm going to give you an example of hormonal conversion and explain to you why this is important. But first, open Google, okay? And I'm using Google Chrome as a browser. And let me show you what's happening here. So I go on Google and I put assistant site, and then I click Google, and it's here. Now I right click and I do open link in incognito window. If you don't do incognito, you can do basically, I think, 2 researches forever, and then you're not going to be allowed to do them anymore. But with incognito, you're going to be able to do this. So this is going to open the program for you. And every time you do this, you have 2 answers. So potentially you could have unlimited answers if you continuously to do that. You ask your 2 questions, then you go back and you open it again and again. Now this program here is similar to ChatGPT, but this is based on real science, and it works really, really well. Okay, so the way I normally use it, I always start based on the most recent 10, do 10, 15, whatever, papers on, let's say, what do you want to do? PCOS. Please explain to me in detail the pathophysiology of PCOS. So you're basically asking the AI, go and read the papers for me, because I don't want to read the papers myself, and tell me what are, based on these papers, the causes behind PCOS. Okay, so it's going to go and read and consult all of the publications, and it's going to try to create like an answer for you, and then it's going to do the fact checking for you. When it props, when it comes live, it's also being fact checked. Now it did write everything based on the research that you see on the right, and now it's fact checking. When the fact checking is over, now it's going to tell you why it's doing this. Okay. So here is like insulin resistant, hyperandrogenism, low grade chronic inflammation, boom. And it's giving you like the paper where it took it for, here, here. And the beauty of, like, you can also look at all of the references used in here, and you can even copy them. Okay. So this is such a really, really, really good tool. And sometimes you can ask for a longer response. You can just tell, let's just read the abstract. But all of this is something based on real science. What does it mean for you? Well, it's going to make your research much, much faster, because everything that this app says is like double checked. and it tells you why it's telling you that. So you can do a lot of things in here, but you can also do another thing that I find really, really cool, which is, let's see if I have something written. Okay, so let's do it like this as an example. Okay, so I go back here and I say, please fact check and correct these sentences. So this is really cool when you're writing a book, as an example. So you write your book, you do your evidence, and then you ask for a fact check, just to make sure what you're saying actually makes sense. Let's see what it says. So I copied an explanation of hormones and everything. Now I'm getting it fact checked, because once it is fact checked, then it's going to make way more sense and you can feel way more confident in the way you present it, okay? Because it makes sense. Many times, the way like you presented it, it was okay. But you just want like to read what it says just to make sure it makes a lot of sense. And again, here it's going to tell you like the research and the publication and the stuff. Okay, so let me see what it says on mine. The classification of hormones based on their chemical structure is accurate. Peptide hormones are composed of amino acids and are water soluble, while steroid hormones are derived from cholesterol and are lipid soluble. Amino acid derivatives from hormones can exhibit either water solubility or lipid solubility. This is something I will cover in the course, and I will give you like the structure in the way it works, depending on their specific structure. The information provides a foundational understanding of hormone structure in the context of endocrinology. So what does it mean for us? Well, it means that what we put here actually makes sense, okay? So this is the tool I would like you to use. I'm actually going to stop the video here and then go back to the idea that I was explaining to you before. So I'm going to stop here and I will see you in the next one.